Oh, hello. Bear with. Problem with the camera. As in, the problem with the camera is I don't seem to have a camera. Bear with me 1 second. Bear with me 1 second. Where is the camera? No. Oh, no. What's happening? No. Oh, no. Oh, there we go. Hello, everybody. Oh, let's just move that way. There we go. I know, right? We're sorted. Close that one down. There we go. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Beyond Authentic Health, where we are. What are we doing, Rufus?
We are
documenting
our journey.
Our Slimming World journey and
beyond.
Yes, indeed. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a Weigh-In Wednesday. It's really, really, really good to see people here, to see people
We're a bit late, like say, but...
Well, we've changed the doodah for today. We might, depending on what you think, we might keep it at 6, at 6:30.
Yeah.
Yay. Good evening to Karen Fraser. Hello, my darling. I hope you're well. We've got messages up and everything. Yeah. So, hopefully... Well, you'll have to let us know what you think about the time scale for 6:30.
Yesterday we stayed to, like I said, the support group part of Slimming World.
The image therapy bit, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, so we stayed to have that. So we didn't have to, like I say, every week so far we'd been running off, hadn't we, on the Tuesday, a little bit earlier, been basically doing if we was in time to have our image therapy briefly, and then we would just run off.
Yeah.
So
and it's been interesting, hasn't it, with image therapy?
I said sometimes it's a lot for you as well to go straight from this straight to
the other
next
stream.
live as well.
It can be.
So we
good
changed
evening.
it.
Good evening to Dormouse. Dormouse is here. So we've changed it for this week. We may well keep it at 6:30. Karen likes 6:30. That's good. I quite like 6:30 as well, because we can do about an hour and a half before Rufus has got commitments after 8. Yeah. Dormouse is here. Good evening, Dormouse. How are you feeling today, my darling? I hope you are very, very, very well. Oh, by the way, Rufus, can I just point out the no swearing sign there? Because normally, obviously, on these live streams, you do normally swear like a trooper, don't you? Because it is you that does the swearing, not me, obviously. Julie Parish. Hiya, both. Hope you're well. Had a good week. That's good. Oh, we had a good week. You suspended your Slimming World journey at the moment because since your husband died, your heart and mind isn't in it. But hopefully you'll be in a better mindset soon. Oh, I hope so, my darling. Listen, with all things like that, you've just got to allow yourself time, right? And do what is right for you. We've often said, haven't we, when people are going through crap times, have a duvet day. Yeah. Just don't have a duvet month. Do you know what I mean? You can have a duvet day every now and again if you need it. Just be aware that sometimes it can be difficult, can't it? Yeah. I mean, you were incredibly... I mean, I couldn't have got through with Mum passing when because you pulled me through that, because I really did fall apart a bit, didn't I? A little bit. But listen, at the end of the day, Julie, whether you are eating takeaways, whether you are eating relatively healthy, or whether you are piling, chocolate and crisps and anything else you can eat, whatever you are doing right now, it's only temporary. It's only temporary. When you are feeling a little bit better, when you are feeling a little bit more ready to face the world, at that point, you might want to go back to Slimming World. You might not. You might say, do you know what? Sod it. I am happy being cuddly and fuzzy and chunky and fluffy. I'm comfortable with that. It's entirely... Everyone's got different reasons. It's one of the things you want to talk about later, isn't it? The reasons for doing things. Yeah. Dormouse, you're very much improved but shattered. Yay, you went to see War of the Worlds last night. What, the concert you won? Oh, I bet that was good. So not home until the wee hours, and you have to love fibro. Yeah, I know, right? I've got this. This here is to remind me, look, it says, hello, I'm fighting fibro. So yeah, I have that there at all times. Michelle Chan, evening all, 6:30 is a good time for you. That's fantastic. It seems to be like maybe we'll just stick to 6:30 then. Live at 6:30. Good evening, Linda. I hope you are well as well, my darling. Good evening to you. Right, we've got not a schedule, but we've got a bit of an idea what we're doing today, haven't we?
We have.
Yeah. So then, I say that, and then I realise that we haven't actually got a a list of what we ate this week. That's what we were going to do, but never mind. So Rufus, what was your favourite meal of this past week? Can you remember what we've had?
Actually, like I say, yesterday, for a change, we actually had some bachelor savoury rice last night, which I thought was quite nice, wasn't it?
We had Slimming World. No, we didn't. Linda McCartney sausages. We had. Kimberly's here. Hello, Kimberly.
Rosemary and red onion sausages, and some gammon we had, and some veggies. Veggies on the side and the savoury rice.
It was
I think you had the chicken one. It was like 1.5 sins for the packet of savoury rice for you, was it? I had the curry one that was 1 sin, and like I say, we haven't had any in ages.
No,
it was really nice for a change.
Really delicious, really tasty, and we had that with 2.5 Linda McCartney sausages and a load of veggies.
And tonight,
which was lovely, wasn't it?
We've got a lovely stir fry tonight.
We've
had stir fry as well. I think 2 days. Is it once or twice this week? We had?
Do you know what you're getting confused with? What we had twice? The burrito bowl that I make.
Oh, yeah, it was.
We had that
twice.
twice.
We had it twice. Yeah.
Because normally we had it once, and then you were like, "Oh, that was so nice.
Let's have it again.
Can you do it again?" So I was like, "Go on then." So we had a whole big second dinner that day, didn't we? That day we had two dinners.
Right? We had two.
We didn't.
No. But like I say, if you like salad, like I say, but every day you want something slightly different, it's really nice to have like the mince. We did, diced up normally courgettes, really small onions, put some vegetables in with the mince, get it all cooking, and then basically you bed a salad, whatever
Do you
salad.
think he was the one that cooked it?
Whatever salad you prefer, prep it all up, whether you want to put it in a nice bowl, and then literally put all of your toppings on, like your mince and everything, with your veggies that have been cooked, all on top. It was really nice.
Yeah, it was good.
Tasty.
And it's a really good way of using up salad. So if you ever find salad in the supermarket, in the reduced section, it's a really good way of using it.
A couple of bags of salad, a few bits of pepper or tomatoes and bits and pieces, and then put your mince and that on top.
Yeah, it was really good. And I use the 5% chicken mince, or you can use the 2% turkey mince. And what I've been doing the last couple of times we've made it, I think what made it really nice this time is putting some bovril in, like literally probably about half a tablespoon, and then you drizzle it all over some bovril. The thing you forgot that I always put in the mince is some mushrooms. Some mushrooms really, really finely chopped. And it just, it bulks it out, B, it's more sweet food.
I know last week or the week before you were saying you needed some gravy. And was it the...
I needed bovril, but
it was
I was saying
Bisto. I know you were saying Bisto gravy or something.
Well, that's just because my brain doesn't work.
No.
But no, it was really tasty this week. We've had chicken a couple of times, haven't we?
Did we have fish?
I think we had fish once, and we had the other
salmon.
meal was the beetroot burgers from.
I do like those.
Yeah, the beetroot burgers from Lidl's. They are 1 sin each. Our friends over at Back to Basics, Laura and Kath, they tried it this last week, and they weren't too keen. But I've got to say, if you do get the beetroot burgers or even the falafel burgers from Lidl,
we put them in for about 15 minutes, like each side,
and then
normally.
some. Yeah. Cook them for a good 40 minutes in the air fryer. And what I do is I'll cook them for about 15-20 minutes, turn them over, give them some fry light, and put them back in again. Cook them really low, like 180, for that amount of time.
I said you're not going to burn them.
No.
Like I said, they just like falafel. Like I said, it just helps dry them out a bit.
Kimberly, was it you that was working on a Slimming World video? I think it was. I don't know whether it was you. I can't remember who it was. Somebody was working on a Slimming World video, and I was like, I need to look at it.
You've added Kimberly on. Yes, it possibly was. Like I say, you added the channel on the YouTube.
Oh, did
So
I?
it may
Maybe
well
it was
be.
then. Maybe that's why I've
It
added
might
you.
well
But
have
let me
been.
know if your video's up and rolling, because I think it was. But because I'm
Yeah.
going live on 2 different channels now,
You
it's
get
a similar
confused.
thing. My brain, it's not very good, is it? My brain at times. Plus, we were up early this morning for
We were,
your doctor appointment, and then we've come in late from my doctor's appointment.
I'm glad I got it over
chaos,
with. Though.
chaos,
I didn't
chaos.
sleep all night.
No, you were really
I was
stressing
up
with it,
all
weren't
night.
you?
I was
Yay!
getting sorted.
Kimberly
I
down
thought so.
south
I
has
know.
a video out. Well
Yeah.
done. Is it your first video, my darling? Oh, well
Yeah.
done to you.
I know we
think
were
it's-
like.
I know it's your first
so
Swimming World one.
Kimberly down south. We were like, how do you spell? Looking it up on the YouTube, weren't we,
Well,
to see if it was exactly the same
If
spelling
I remember
or
rightly.
yeah.
Oh, no, it wasn't on this one.
No,
But it was on.
I wrote it down before.
Yeah,
because
on
you
a
said
pad.
to me write it down.
I
and-
did.
Yeah.
I did. Yay, Julie.
Yeah.
Thank you all for your kind words. It's been really difficult at the
Yeah.
moment. And times I just wanted to join him, but I know he wouldn't want that. No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. And listen, grief is pretty terrible. Grief is a horrible thing to go through.
Yeah.
And it's such a cliche that time does heal. Things do get better with time, but it's true.
does.
It does get a little bit better. You might not think that now, my darling, but give it time. And there is always people available, charities available. If you've got nobody that you want to go, I'm feeling really crappy, there are always charities out there and people like the Samaritans out there that will listen without judging, and that you can just pour your heart out to. And all of those feelings, all of those things that you might not want to say to a family member because you don't want to worry them, sometimes it's good to just get them off your chest and just say it out loud. 116123 is the Samaritans number. I know this in the top of my head because it's something that's been used in the past, and we used to do some support work, didn't we?
Yeah.
But honestly, my darling, if you get that low and you're feeling that crap, speak to your GP, speak to 116123, the Samaritans, if you're in the UK, or if you've got friends, somebody that can listen without judging, speak to one of them. It's really, really, really important. Kimberly, it's rough. First one out. You're working on another. Kimberly down south. Everybody go and check out Kimberly down south. Check out her channel. Like, the name is the same as it is here. Go and check. I know, right? You think I'm pointing to you, don't you? Yeah. But go and check it out and give her a bit of love. Help spread the love. And we used to have on YouTube, there was a really good Slimming World network, wasn't there? Like, there was us, obviously our friend Jane Day as well, but then there were other people that had channels that went on to be Slimming World consultants.
And they all wanted to play Tuesday as well.
Yeah. Oh, are you ready for Tuesday? Are you ready for Tuesday? It's barely even 1:45. Shall we? Do you want to play Tuesday before or after we do the cookbook?
Is everybody here then?
I don't know. Shall we do? Thank you, Karen. Karen subscribed to Kimberly.
Yeah.
Dormouse says Julie gets an incoming Dormouse hug. Incoming virtual Dormouse hugs are lovely. She sent me one a couple of times.
When we looked at, I think when you subscribed on the YouTube to the channel, to Kimberly's channel,
There wasn't a video. At that
there
point.
was one you'd had on there from like, I don't know, like 8 years or something.
8 years ago.
or
Yeah,
something
that was the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you said, I think that. I
yeah.
think that's.
Yeah.
I think that's the
Yeah.
right one.
Yeah. So you subscribed.
Yes, we did. Also, what do you think about the new doodahs, the new logo, with everything being
changing bits and pieces, isn't it?
Yeah, with everything being updated. What
Yeah.
do you think? Please do let us know in the chat what you think about it. And also, I don't know whether you all saw, but we did go live with an Amber Lynn video on, when was that? The 30th. So about 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
One?
Yeah, thank you. Do you not like it?
No, it's
Oh.
a bit too tangy at the minute.
Do you want a Pepsi?
No, I've got this.
I've got a Pepsi if you want one in my hidden stash. Just on the
I've
floor.
got my coffee.
Yeah, okay, well, you have your coffee then. So, let me just have a look. I'm just pulling up the last video. There wasn't a lot of comments after the live, actually. So, I think if I go through it, I'll tell you what, Rufus. Do you want to talk about, shall we move to weigh-in? And then I will find the comments for the previous, for last week.
Yeah.
So then, we weighed in today.
We did.
And, oh, by the way.
We didn't. We
We
weighed
weighed
in
in
yesterday.
Oh my God, we did, because it's Wednesday today. So, listen, if you were... That looks better. If you were doing a weight loss journey yourselves, if you're following Weight Watchers, Slimming World, what is it, Jenny Craig, if you're doing the...
Jane Plan.
Jane Plan, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
If you're doing the... what's it called? The caveman diet. If you're doing carnivore diet. If you're
keto.
doing the keto. If you're doing intermittent fasting. Whatever you were doing, let us know. Let us know down in the comment section what you're up to. If you've had a good week or a bad week. If you need the clap, we can give you the clap tonight. If you lose, you get the clap. Yeah. Remember, on this channel, losers get the clap.
I think
that's what we want. So let us, hang on a second, let us know how you weighed in, because it is weigh-in time. Oh! There we go. It is weigh-in time. So then, Rufus, last week we left it on a knife edge for you, didn't we? We left it on a knife edge. You were so close.
I was half a pound
to your award.
I was half a pound away from my next award.
So then, first of all, before we reveal what you weighed in at, or what you lost, gained, or maintained, how was it for you this week? How was the Slimming World plan? What did you enjoy eating? Were there any hunger pains? Was there anything like that?
No,
let us know.
I don't get hungry. So, for me, this week, like I say, I've concentrated a lot more on what I've been eating. Normally, our plates have been... What you do?
It's all right, carry on.
Normally, our plates have been absolutely piled up. And this week, I've been a little bit more mindful about how much I've been putting on the plate. So like I say, vegetables and things like that, we've put a little bit less on this week. If I had fish, I saved a little bit and kept a little bit. The dogs had a little bit of fish. Or when I did chicken wrapped in bacon this week, we had the cheese in it. Like I say, one of our healthy extras was the cheese inside, but I think I had like 1.5, two smallish chicken breasts that had been wrapped in bacon and shared. I probably ate like 1.5, and the other bit I shared with the dogs. And like I say, did we have... Most days we'd had potatoes or something, or like say the rice we had. So I think, whereas before, I think I missed out some potatoes and things like that in my diet other weeks, whereas this week I didn't. I'm still on no bananas, and I'm still, I'd say, having my natural yogurt. I did have less sins this week.
A few less sins, didn't you?
I instead of having 10, which I think the previous weeks I had between maybe no more than 7 a day, there and abouts.
Yeah.
So every day, and just like I say, just looking at what we had on our plates and just putting a little bit less vegetables, so it's not piled up. If I was having a baked potato, it was an average size baked potato, not like 2 small ones or 2, and just being a little bit more mindful. But then after eating all of our dinners, even you said you didn't feel like you were missing out. So once you'd eaten your dinner, you didn't feel like, oh, well, I'm sitting here and I'm really podged because like, I've got a bit more space. I think I want something else. And I felt absolutely fine afterwards, after what we ate. And then realised that, nearly 4.5 stone down, maybe I don't actually need to eat as much as I had been eating, even though I intermittent fast during the day and eat in the evening mostly. I didn't need to have as much as I had been.
But that's
eating.
also because you're one of those incredibly lucky buggers who don't get hungry.
But I think it's just
since COVID. It's all. There's a whole lot of other stuff to go with it. But you don't get hungry anymore, do you?
No.
So then, before we announce whether you lost or maintained or gained, there's lots of people are putting theirs in the chat. So let's have a quick look on here. Karen Fraser maintained on the Slimming World. Oh, that's a little bit. I tell you what, though. I think that's a small clap, isn't it? That is. Do we think that's a small clap? Do you think that's a small clap, Rufus? Where's my clap? I've lost the clap.
It's like I say, I think it's okay some weeks to maintain. I've maintained, and I was just happy that the weight didn't go back up. Having a break week, if you're not in a rush to like lose a ton of weight, is perfectly fine. Like I say, you're doing the right thing, you're eating the right things. If it's down to me, like I say, I could eat like bananas and all sorts of things, but obviously if you stick to more like speed fruits and speedy veggies and stuff like that, obviously you get a slightly better result. Like I say, this week as well, I didn't eat any eggs, and like I say, my toilet habits and that have been
a lot better
because I've not had eggs this week. And I don't eat bread, so like I say, I do have my cereals and stuff every day. I nearly, like I say, this week as well, when we was at group, she did say, even though she's never really spoke about it, our consultants never really spoke about it before, but said the healthy extras and things that you have, they're there if you want them. You don't have to eat them all. If you just choose you don't want your cereal, or you don't want some of your milk, or some of your A or B or whatever it is, you don't have to have them all. It's there if you want it, but if you don't want to eat them, you just eat loads of like speed fruit and veg and whatever, and proteins and whatever, then that's all, perfectly fine. Yeah,
absolutely.
But I have mine every day.
And you enjoy it, don't you?
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like I say, I don't ever get to the point where I feel hungry. My body just doesn't do that anymore for some reason, but yeah, like I say, I enjoy what I have. So yeah.
Yeah. So then, Karen did a maintain, so you get a little clap. Kimberly down south, this is cool. You've joined the online digital slimming world. Your first official weigh-in will be the April the 4th. Mm-hmm. So that's good as well. You get the clap. We haven't got the graphic. I've lost it. It was on there. Now it's gone.
That's really good.
So that's amazing.
What's that?
Michelle. Sorry, go on.
2 days away, is it? So
yeah, 2 days away.
2 days.
So that'll be on Friday, is that right? The 4th, yeah, Friday.
You'll have to let us know how you do.
Let us know. Well, no, because it's her first weigh-in. So that's like the start. Is that your starting weight, or is that your first week? Oh, let us know.
Well, you have to go. But when you get weighed in, because you're doing it online, is that because obviously scales at home are not great. So, like I say, we've always said, if for any reason, like for whatever reason, if we couldn't get to a group anywhere, you can go to a Boots or somewhere like that and just get yourself weighed. But then
Michelle lost half a pound.
That
gets
really
a good old clap. This is good. Look, Karen says, you really like Slimming World online. You've lost 5 stone being an online member. You're struggling with the next stone, so you've joined a group. That is also really amazing. Yeah. 5 stone. Wow, that also gets the big clap. So that is absolutely amazing for you. You should have on Slimming World, you lost half a pound. Now that's really, really good. Well done for you, Michelle. Julie says, all the best for Kimberly for your first weigh-in. Yeah, fingers crossed. So then, Rufus, you weighed in, you got on the scales, you are half a pound. Is that right?
Half a pound. That's
half a pound away from, what was it? What were you going to get? Was it the 4 stone? No, you were half a pound away from your 4.5 stone, weren't you?
Yeah.
So that's all you needed. However, you know what we're like when we get near awards. We go up and down and all over the place. So then, what happened when you weighed in? Did you lose half a pound?
No.
No. Go on. Tell them the result. Tell them what happened.
I lost 4.5 pounds.
4.5 pounds!
I did. I know. Oh, I thought I felt a little bit different this week, so yeah.
Which means, hang on, I'll put the sticker over your name because, internet security and all of that. Which means He's got his 4.5 stone award!
I know.
Yay! Look at that, Rufus. You officially get the clap.
Lots of stickers all over things.
Yay! That is awesome. Now, you did say, didn't you, when we were in the car, you said you thought you had a feeling you'd lost something. What did you think?
I thought if I've lost £2 or so, I said I would be really happy.
Oh, look, if I hold it like this, people think I've lost it. I've lost nothing, me.
But I think obviously making those little changes as your weight comes down is something that, you know, you have to do at some point. You've got to, obviously, as you lose weight, you know, you're going to have to eat slightly less. Mm-hmm. So whether it be, I don't know, you know, sticking to, like, say, I mean, I could eat loads of watermelon and stuff like that. So if there's things that you like, there's lots of things that you can have and eat more of. You just have to prioritise, obviously, those things, and obviously the stuff that usually is less calories.
So that is in exactly 6 months. 4.5 stone in 6 months. Because we first weighed in our start weigh-in day was on the 1st of October. So 6 months. So
and but as well, I went and got weighed in, and it works out that if I lose £3 this week coming, I'll get my 5 stone award.
Yeah. So Karen Fraser gives you the clap.
Thank you.
And Julie Parrish says well done with a thumbs up. Who else is here? Nanette, good evening, Nanette. Hello, everyone. Kimberly down south says, oh my, well done, Rufus. £4.5, and you got your 4.5 stone award. Yeah. So then, at the end of last week, when I had weighed in, I was at 2 stone 9.5 pounds. Yeah. Would I get my 3 stone award? What did I need then? That would have been 4.5 pounds. So if I'd lost what Rufus lost, I would have got my 3 stone award. So I also had a good week. We have done a video of what we ate this week, and so that will now be what we ate this week. Sorry, that doesn't make any sense, did it? That will be coming up later on in the week. We'll post that.
All the things that we had.
Yeah, we've also got another food optimizing at Lidl video looking at the salad and the meat section. So because it's getting into spring and summer now, looking at not just because not all salad food is strictly free, not all of it is this, that, and the other. Michelle, it was his 4.5 stone award. Yeah. I know, right? So that video is coming up. We look at all the meat in the cold section and all of that. So that's scheduled for this week as well. So there'll be 2 videos coming up if I can get round to finish editing them. But I weighed in. I enjoyed my food. I think one day I went to about 14 sins, but the rest of it I was a bit like Rufus, around the 8 to 10 to 12 mark at maximum. I enjoy my sins. I normally have it as my hot chocolate. So I'll have 3 in a yogurt, and maybe I'll have a hot chocolate, or I'll have some crisps when I go to bed. I really enjoy having that as my final snack.
I think so people need to realise that on planets, you know, people think, if I cut all these things out, if I cut my sins right down, I'm going to lose more weight. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily. Like I say, the sins are there for a reason. Yeah. And it's because you need to be able to sustain your weight loss and manage your life every day so that you don't pile all the weight back on, hopefully.
No. So when we got there, I felt, in all honesty, I felt quite bloated. Yeah. Because again, gastric issues. Yeah,
but sometimes you have that, don't you?
Yeah, I do. And we don't know whether it's fibro or other stuff. But anyway, so I got on the scales and I did lose. I didn't lose 4.5 pounds. I lost 3.5 pounds, which I was absolutely made up with. So I came in, I am now at 2 stone, 13 pounds, bearing in mind that up to the beginning of January, I was only at, in the middle of January, I was at 1 stone 5.
But you've gone up and down a little,
I've gone up and down and up and down. So from January the 14th, I've lost 1 stone 8 in, I don't know how many weeks that is, not very many.
That only when I said
4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
when you
12
start,
weeks.
but only when you started then having little losses every week.
And sorting out my
Your diabetic
glycoside
medication,
things.
yeah.
So yeah, 3. Thank you, everybody. I do get the clap as well. You didn't give me the clap. You could have pressed it for me.
Oh.
Everything. It's that top one there. Yeah, thank you for the clap. Thank you. So I am really happy with that. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. Oh, where? So yeah, I am really happy with that. I think I am pleased. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Julie. For those of you that have been following us for a little while, you'll know that my Slimming World journey is all over the place. Thank you, Nanette.
It was just a little bit better.
Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you. Oh no, Michelle, I think you need to refresh. You're a few seconds behind. So yeah, I am really happy with that. It means that 1, 2, 3, 4. In the last 4 weeks, I've had losses every week. I did have a £0.5 gain when we did the 777 week. But apart from that, every single weigh-in...
We both did the same that week.
Yeah. Since
777, yeah.
Since the 14th of January, every single weigh-in I've lost, apart from that one £0.5 gain. No, I had a that £0.5 gain. So I'm doing great. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I will be on target to get my 3 stone award next week on Tuesday. So I'm really happy with that. Because literally for the first 3 months, I really struggled to get to that first stone. It was like I was there, then I gained, then I gained.
I said that we were eating the same main meals and all of that stuff and the same fruit.
It's like I got to my first stone, and then I immediately gained 2.5. Then I maintained. Then I lost 1.5. Then I gained 1/2. Then I lost 3, so I was back at 1 stone 2. So all the way through.
Then you lost 10.
Yeah, 1 week. So my beginning on Slimming World, I lost £4 the first week. Then I gained. Then I lost £0.5. Then I lost £5. Makes no sense. Then I gained £0.5. Then I gained £2. Then I lost £10. All of that eating the same food on plan, 100% on plan, like I am now. And the week after I lost £10, I gained 2.5.
Yeah.
And then I maintained. So literally I was just doing this. No different in the food. We're literally eating the same. The only thing we've done this week slightly different, as Rufus says, is a slightly smaller portion size, but we're eating exactly the same food. I'm having the same number of sins as I was to lose £10 and also gain. Yeah. It makes no sense. Yeah. But now, week in, week out, I'm getting those 1.5, 2.5, those regular losses, which is what I absolutely need. So when you get your first stone, Kimberly, you'll feel accomplished. You will do, my darling. Pug Mama, you've got, thank you. Pug Mama sent us 3 lovely thumbsy uppies. Thank you, Michelle. Listen, we'll talk about motivation in a second, Julie, but I've got to say, you've just got to keep at it. I knew it wasn't what I was eating, didn't I? Yeah. I knew. And the thing is, we're totally gutted at the moment. I'll tell you why. Our Slimming World consultant right now has been promoted. She's now a regional manager. So she's doing all sorts of training in district and all of the other.
We didn't know that she was going to be leaving.
No, so she's leaving her group in July, and we are distraught because I've had a previous Slimming World consultant. Now, bearing in mind, they're not doctors, and there's a limit as to what they can say. But when I was going into group and saying, I've been eating on plan.
We've been eating the same meals. I'd lost weight and you hadn't for some reason.
Or I'd come in with a £2.5 gain or a £3 gain. And I was saying to the consultant, and all I got back was, there must be some sins. There must be sins.
You're obviously not tracking it properly, or you're doing something wrong.
And the thing is, we've done Slimming World before. We know how to work the plan. Yeah. And I was on it. And it was this consultant who said, okay, well then what we'll do, if you're telling me every week that you've been on plan, we'll assume you're on plan. I will absolutely take your word for it. And we'll keep plugging away. And if you need, some evidence of your book to take to the doctors, if you need this or you need that, or you find out what's happening, let us know. And she was really, really lovely, wasn't she? And she's never once said, when I was having those weird ups and downs, she never once said, did you have sins? Was it alcohol? Was it this? Was it that? Because we don't drink. No. There have been times previously where I've fallen monumentally off the wagon of Slimming World, off plan, and I will hold my hands up and say, "Oh my God, I had 4 chocolate bars,
There's
3
no
bags
point.
of crisps, 2 gatos, and a partridge in a pear
There's
tree."
no point trying to hide it. If you messed up, you messed up. You know,
'Cause the
we're all
scales won't
human.
hide it.
No, that's it.
You know what I mean? If I was out there buying a giant one of those, do they do like they're this size now, aren't they? The big chocolate bars. Not the, there's
About
the little
£5.
ones,
About
then there's
£5,
those ones, and now they do the giant size
about
ones.
£5,
Yeah,
mate.
whatever. £5 in weight. Yeah, probably.
No, not £5 in weight.
I don't know. They're about 1 million calories, right? So
Wow.
you see, if I'd gone and eaten one of those from the shop and hidden the wrapper so that Rufus couldn't find it, right? A, he would know because my blood sugar would be at like 50 million.
Yeah.
And B, he'd go, "Well, you got on the scales this week. You've eaten exactly the same food as I have, and yet you've gained 2 stone. How does that work out?" At which point I'd go, "Yeah, okay, I can eat the chocolate." So there's no point tricking yourself, is there?
No, because you're just cheating yourself, really.
Yeah,
You're just wasting
so it
your
does,
money.
It does depend, I think, a little bit on the consultants. So we are going to miss our lovely consultant at the moment. But I think also you've just got to keep working it. Sometimes there's one lovely lady at our group, and she's like, I think £2 away from target.
Yeah.
And the last 5 or 6 weeks, she has either
kicking herself,
maintained
hasn't she?
or
Bless
had
her.
a half on or a half off. And this week she
she
was
was-
distraught. She
she was.
looked like she was in tears.
She was, yeah.
And our
Sits at the back
consultant,
of our group, yeah.
our
Yeah.
consultant was like, "Just keep going. It will come. I know it's heartbreak." And she was just like, "I'll turn up because I always do, and this is what I have to do." And you could just see she was bereft, wasn't she?
But you, like say, your weight losses will slow down when you're very near to your target.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I say, she's just got to keep chipping away at it and just keep going.
Oh,
You'll
my
get there in
darling.
the end.
Dormouse says, "You've both done well. You blew and can't remember what you did this week and you're watching on your phone. It's just been a hard slog this year."
Ah.
But again, Dormouse, you've been really, really poorly, and obviously you're dealing with a Grumpy as well. So Grumpy is we love Grumpy, hi Grumpy, but so there will be times where it's tough. There will be. Just forgive yourself all of that. And again, if you need a duvet day, a takeaway night, or whatever, do it. At the end of the day, as I keep saying on the other channel as well, on the Tarot channel, whilst there is breath in your body, you can make those changes. And that is very true. And at the end of the day, you're not hopeful of getting into a new stone bracket in 2 weeks for your 60th. But you know what? You'll get it the week after or the month after or whenever. Honestly, my darling, don't put yourself under that much pressure. Just say to yourself, if you are eating healthily or healthier, just say to yourself, you're doing this for you.
That's it.
Think how much better you'll feel when you turn 61 and you've got
That's it.
another stone off or half a stone or whatever it is you want to get to. Think how much better mentally you'll feel when you get to 65 and you've got that extra half a stone or whatever it is. You just keep at it, my darling. Keep at it, chipping away bit by
I
bit.
think, though,
and you'll
like I
get
say,
there.
the odd little, treat once every now and again is perfectly fine. Like I say,
Oh, we've got ice cream tonight.
We have, yeah.
I know.
So it's like a little chocolate. It's
It's
it
right there in the
works
freezer.
out to be, I think, like 7.5 sins each or thereabouts.
It's 296 calories for an entire tub of
half
like
each.
a Ben and Jerry's type ice cream
So
thing,
we've got that tonight,
which is
I
15
still-
sins. So between us, it's 7.5
Yeah,
each.
So that's what my sins are going to be on tonight.
Yeah.
And I've got a little bit of sliced banana I'm going to put on it. And that's it.
And
I'll
that's
say
it.
that. That's so instead of having my crisps or whatever tonight, that's what I'll be having as my treat tonight.
Yeah.
Look
So
forward to
then,
that.
you know what we've done? Last week we did start a giveaway for this brand new cookbook, the Bold Over cookbook from Slimming World. I forgot what it was called. From Weight Watchers, yeah. So we did that. And
How would we get a book from Weight Watchers?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. So this one is literally the brand new one that's out. And there was a way that we said we would announce the winner. Now listen, we've crossed over that 2,000 mark.
Yeah.
We are going to plan a big giveaway when we get to 2,500. But I want a little giveaway when we get to 2,250 because I think that's another major step. So if you are following our channel, if you want to share it, that would be lovely. Because I'm already starting to plan a big giveaway, like a hamper type size giveaway. So, and it just basically means I've got an excuse to buy lots of stuff. Shh, who said that? No one. I don't know what you mean. Anyway, help us share it, like and subscribe, and hit your.
Why are you whispering?
Well, because somebody might tell my other half. I know, somebody might tell my partner Rufus, they might tell him that I'm spending some money on the channel.
I don't know who you mean.
I know, right? But hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and ding your bell, please. So then, the way we said we would pull this is that we would pick from the comments from last week's video, last week's live stream, what recipe we felt like, or I particularly felt like eating from last week's chat. Now, there's been none of those comments in the doodah in the comment section, so it's only from the live stream, and there were 2 comments on the live stream that I really want to eat. One of them was the keema recipe, but
you do like things like that.
I make it quite regularly. The other one,
We haven't had that for ages.
no, but the other one, the one that I fancy more that we haven't had for even longer, was a lasagna. Kimberly down south, you said do a lasagna. You love a lasagna, and all in one meal with a side salad. So, my darling, that sounds lovely. I am gluten free. Very rarely do I have. We don't eat out for pasta and things because they don't often do gluten free, but we have got gluten free lasagna sheets, and that sounded amazing. So a lasagna with a lovely side salad, maybe with some sweet potato wedges on the side. Doesn't that sound nice? That is going to be that is what you get. So Kimberly down south, message us if you've got Instagram on Beyond Authentic halF on Instagram, or send it to our Facebook page, which is Facebook.com/Beyond Authentic halF, exactly the same as it is now on YouTube. Send it to us on Instagram or on Facebook. Contact us through that. Send us a message with your address, and we will get you the brand new bold over recipe book in the post to you. Literally the morning after you send us your address, and this will come out to you, Kimberly. And and at some point this week we're going to have a lasagna with a side salad.
Well,
that sounds. As soon as you said it last week, I was like, oh my, we have. Yeah. I was like, oh my god, that sounds amazing. Yeah. You're gluten free too. This book, a lot of the salady bowls in this book are gluten free. Yeah. So we'll film the recipe. We'll film making lasagna our way, because we'll have to use soya yogurt as the base instead of a cheese or whatever. So we'll do that. Yeah. So this is coming your way, Kimberly. Message us and we'll get this out in the post to you. Yeah. Right then, we've got another brand new bit for the channel today, and this is something that. How do we set this up with this? How do we tell people what it is? So, week before, we filmed a reaction to a YouTuber, didn't we?
To Amber Lynn Reid.
Yes. And for those that know her, it's a Kermit. But for those that know Amber Lynn Reid, she's part of Girl World. She is part of Girl World, and she has had a particular trait where she made her partners play this game, which is called Choosy. And the idea is that you would get thousands of stickers.
Could be anything though.
Croc charms, badges, whatever. Thousands of little items. And you would basically pick between them, and you would pick a bit like this. You would go,
I like the red one.
I've got the red one or the green one.
Which one would you choose?
I will choose the red one. Now I've got the green one and the purple one.
Which one would you
I will choose or the blue one. I will choose the green one.
To get the one that you like the most.
So yeah, it's called Choosy. So
she would spend hours getting people to play this game with her.
And it was, at some point, it was a bit toxic, wasn't it? The way that she did it, because her partner didn't necessarily want to play Choosy.
But just wasting hours and hours doing this just to wear the partners down just mindful, just like
Yeah. So I said to Rufus, let's play Tuesday, let's play Tuesday, let's play Tuesday. So it's been a running joke in our house, hasn't it? About let's play. What are we having for dinner? Oh, let's play Tuesday. Well, we've never done it, and Rufus said, I'll never play Tuesday. And then this week, this happened. So we've got a brand new section on our channel. This is massively inspired by, not ripped off from, but massively inspired by Back to Basics, Laura and Kath, and lots of other channels who do things like this. And of course, filtered through our own version of Anne Boleyn's Lens, isn't it? So what are we doing? What is Let's Play Tuesday? What it is, my darling, is very, very simple. What we do is each week we will play Tuesday through our entire Slimming World cookbook selection. We will each separately choose a book each, and then we will come to you with a recipe, and you get to vote on which one we will make this week. Okay, so we'll put a poll up on the YouTube, and we'll do it in the comments as well, and I'll put the poll over on Facebook and also on Instagram, so you can, like, if you've got a particular thing, you can vote many times. It's fine. So this week we have got our cookbooks, and this is how we play Tuesday.
That's what we did Tuesday. I did Tuesday this one, and Lisa did Tuesday.
I did Tuesday that one.
Yes.
So then now we're going back to us in the studio. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Tubby. Yes, so we did play Tuesday.
Yeah, we did.
And where's your book? Right, so
here.
then I am picking from the Taste the Sunshine recipe book. It is, to be fair, I made a really stupid mistake, right? Because all of these are food that I can't eat, and also it's got light bites and brunches and light suppers.
And you were like,
And puddings.
damn, what
I
have
said,
I
I
done?
choosied wrong. So this is the book I
you
went with.
choosied it now.
I did. And the recipe that I have chosen, right? This is where you get to pick what we eat this for one of the days this week. I am going with a herb and yogurt summer chicken curry.
On mine.
That is what
that's
I am
mine.
going with. So it is a chicken curry made with tender chunks of chicken and fresh spinach are sizzled in a perky coriander and mint paste. Then simmered in creamy coconut milk, indulgent yet light. This curry is a breath of fresh air. And I'm going to serve it with speedy vegetables and rice. Okay, so that's the one that I am making. Coriander and mint in a creamy coconut milk. It's 2.5 sins per portion, per person. So that is my recipe that I have choosied, right? I have choosied this. So then, Rufus, what have you choosied from the book that you choosied?
I actually liked what was on the front of the book, and it was basically.
So first of all, what's the book? It's Slimming
book
World's
is Comfort Collection.
Comfort Collection. So I went with Sally's. He's gone for comfort food. Let's see who wins this. Do you know what I
But
mean?
mine was, I liked the visual, sort of like it on the front. And when I looked up the recipe, it is a basically cauliflower mac and cheese with gammon. So there are some butternut squash pieces in it.
So read what it says there. Read that bit there out.
The
It
glorious
says,
pasta bake brings together cauliflower cheese and mac and cheese, and we've thrown in juicy gammon bits for good measure.
hang on.
So-
Cauliflower cheese, mac and cheese, and gammon. Ah, that sounds really nice. We'll have to. Can you get gluten-free macaroni, can't you?
Yeah.
We've had it before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that does sound really nice. I don't think I want this now.
And then like, and
Go on, show everybody the photo.
It's
'cause
probably, like I say, a really good.
Oh, wait, yeah.
It's probably a really good recipe,
Stop.
and it's. I think it looks like kind of like a naughty type dinner, but I think it's only like per portion says like 3 sins, but there are obviously the cheese, the bit of cheese and whatever in there, and I think there's I think some mustard powder. There's a little bit of mustard powder.
There's all sorts in there, isn't there?
Yeah, some herbs in there.
So that is how. That's what you've got to vote for this week. Do we have a chicken? That one. A chicken and what was it? I can't remember what I said.
The chicken.
Now. Herb and yogurt summer chicken curry with soy yogurt. But that's like a really nice, light, refreshing chicken curry. Or do you want some knackered old pasta shit? That's your what? What? What do you mean? Or do you want the cauliflower mac and cheese with gammon? That does actually sound really nice. What would you serve that with? Like speedy veg as well? I just also realised we've got the perfect bowls to put that in. Those brown earthenware ones.
Yeah.
So then, everybody, I will put it on a poll. Nanette says your vote goes to me because Nanette is my friend.
Oh.
Nanette is my friend. So Nanette's vote goes for me. Thank you, Nanette, my friend, my lovely friend. Karen and Pug Mama, they're obviously friends of yours. How much are you paying them? Your vote is for Rufus's recipe and Pug Mama votes for Rufus. So how much are you paying them? Hang on, notice it should be, if I hold it that way. Hang on, because it gets confusing because
you mean because mine looks better than yours?
No, it doesn't. Mine looks deliciously lovely. Oh, you see, look, now we're even. Look, because... Is that right? Yeah, there we go, like that. Julie Parrish says the chicken curry sounds good. So what I will do is I will post it on the YouTube. I'll post it as a poll here on YouTube. And I'll also put it on our Instagram and our Facebook. It is you get to choosy. That's how it's not a viewer's pick, is it? Because that's what our lovely friends have.
It was easier picking these out of the books rather than picking from stickers.
Or picking the books, it was. Cauliflower, mac and cheese and gammon. Kimberly's agreeing with you.
I know, right? It sounds amazing.
I'm sending you this book and you can't even vote for me.
I saw the picture and it just looks amazing.
Do you know what?
You said afterwards, I think I picked the wrong one. I think we should have...
I looked all through this book, right?
Yeah,
I looked all through it and I was like, oh, there's stuff we need to cook on the barbecue and everything. And I was like, it's a bit early for any of that. Oh, no. So, so that was it was the only one in here that I thought both me and Rufus would enjoy because you like curry and I really like curry chicken. But to be fair, I am happy with either of these. So we'll put it as a post and you can choose.
But I know, like I say, we do our dinners and then we cook, obviously... one of us will sort out what we're having for dinner.
Yeah.
And then we sit down to dinner and then Lisa will always go, oh, did you like the taste of that? And did you like... And I'm like... Yeah, it's all nice. All lovely. Yeah,
because unfortunately your taste buds still aren't right, aren't they?
Right.
Right then, I've just dropped.
So it is, like I say, often... we eat with our eyes, so if the food looks good and the photos look really good, that, you know...
Thank you, Kimberly. Kimberly says, cauliflower, mac and cheese and gammon, but I love you equally. Thank you.
I know.
Nanette said chicken.
We could try both.
Nanette's... Well, no.
Maybe we could try...
You can always cook for me the other one as well later in the week if you want to. If I win, but I will if I win.
And the other one is a curry with a dressing.
Hang on, I've just worked out as well. If I win, I've got to cook. Can we change the rules on this?
No.
Can I choose what you have to? I think I've done myself a disservice. You said you wanted to play Tuesday.
Oh, I'll definitely try it.
I know. Right then, so.
Well, you do the good.
We'll let you know next week what comes up with
that one we have.
I know.
And that comes out really nice.
So we'll let you know next week who wins, and we'll do that, and maybe we'll have.
And then we'll play Tuesday again.
And we'll play Tuesday next week for a different book with different recipes. I might pick the same book. I might not. I haven't decided yet. We'll see next week what we choose. Anyway, right, the last thing for today's live stream, Rufus wanted to talk about something that is really, really, really close to our hearts and something that our consultant touched on this week, didn't she? And that is the subject of motivation. Yeah. What is your motivation? So Rufus.
We had basically, obviously group therapy, and in that session of therapy, we was talking about some people that had been really struggling this week and, might have maintained or how, didn't get the weight losses that they would have liked. And part of, obviously our consultant was speaking about the fact that, what is your motivation? Why are you doing this? What are you, there needs to be a reason as to whether it be my health isn't great, I want to lose weight because I'll be healthier, I won't, ever have poorly knees because I was so heavy, or whatever your motivation is. Like I said, obviously, if I want any future surgeries and things like that, I've got to get my weight right down. So for me, I'm very motivated, and obviously I had a good week. I was really, watching what I eat and trying to have everything in moderation and not to eat too much to get my weight to sort of like drop slightly. Whereas I've been plodding along, like I say, lost a pound 1 week, or lost, and wasn't what I expected last week. And then this week, with this week and what I did last week, it's as if I'd lost like £2.5 1 week and £3 the next week, or whatever. So for me, like I say, there's that motivation. Some people, we've got someone at our group that's, getting married, and
12 weeks, you said, wasn't it?
And want to get their weight down, obviously to get into their dress and fit, want to be a certain weight for their wedding and things like that. And there's like lots of reasons why people are doing it, but if you don't have a specific reason as to why you're doing it, you could really struggle. Some people really struggle with it, and I think it's really important to actually think about why you're doing it, what's the reason. And I even said if I'd had pictures of me, I haven't got many, but if I'd had pictures of me, and every time I went to the fridge looking at food that I shouldn't eat, and like I say, one reason I don't do that now is because we don't keep anything in, we don't buy anything and keep anything here. That's really that bad for them. Bad for us. If we don't want to eat it, we don't buy it, and we don't bring it home.
It through the door now.
So like I say, one of my downfalls is like sweet things, donuts and things that I should just stay away from. And now I've had to get to a point, I think on the third time round Slimming World, to go, those foods don't exist in my world anymore, and I will never be able to have those as my treats. I can have a big bowl of watermelon and other, things like that are obviously very different in calories.
But they still give you that sweet hit, don't they?
Yeah,
They still
I
satisfy that need.
I
for
really,
something
really
sweet.
enjoy it, but there's some things that don't work when you're on Plan on Slimming World, and obviously you've got to figure that out for yourself, how it works. But yeah, sometimes people really struggle if they don't have the motivation and they don't have a reason for why they're wanting to lose weight. And I just think that really does make a big difference, and that's probably why we are still, doing so well with it, because we're quite focused, and nothing, I could go out and walk straight past, the chocolate section in the shop and all the different cereals and other things, even though I stick to certain cereals that are on plan, and I just like all the other bits, I'm not interested in that. I just go straight past. And she was talking at group as well about, how do you stay motivated? How do you, as well as, do you just walk past something, or you go out with your friends for a drink and then go, oh well, I've had I'll have another couple of pints, and and it's like, whereas someone else who would have normally done that, maybe at our group, who turned around and said, oh, this week actually I had 0 pop instead when they went out. Instead of having a beer,
What he said, sorry, just to interrupt,
Yeah.
what he said was he had a couple of beers and then
and
moved
then
to Diet Coke.
Diet Cokes and
Yeah.
whatever, 0 drinks. And, to think about old habits and things that never worked,
No.
and to try and make some changes so that in the future you're going to get where you want to get to. So
Absolutely. And for us, I mean, I don't know how much you want to share about your personal motivation, but for me, I've got a long journey ahead of me.
Yeah.
Obviously, many of you will know I'm trans, and I am, in 2019, just before COVID, I was due to have my lower surgery, and unfortunately it couldn't take place because my blood sugar was too high, and then my surgeon retired. So since 2019, It's been a really rough journey that did all sorts of damage to my mental health, trampled over my mental health, because something I'd waited many, many, many years. Now 5 years on, 6 years on, I'm still waiting for, but my weight ballooned. And so for me, I have to get my weight down. But unfortunately, I also then got bladder cancer.
Yeah.
And because of the and I have to believe that the universe has said, look, Lisa, if you'd had all that surgery, we wouldn't have been able to treat the cancer because of, for whatever reason, it wouldn't have been treatable.
Yeah.
But we've got you through that. We've got you through the cancer. As soon as you get the all clear, we'll get you back on that fast track for your surgery. And so for me, have I got 2 years left on the cancer stuff?
You're 3 years
so
clear.
2 more years
3 years
I've got
clear you are,
for cancer.
We thought it was like
we thought it was 2 years, and it turns out it's 5.
Yeah, you've got to wait in total 5 years, and you have. Is it after your 2 years you have then 1 yearly appointment once a year?
Just the checkups, just to make sure that there's nothing there.
When you get right near your 5 years, you hopefully be able to.
I'll be able to contact the gender services again and go back through that. So I've literally got a timescale that for me is unmovable. There's nothing I can do about it.
No.
I can't, while I'm still under the cancer care, which a yearly checkup is classed as that, I can't move forward. So that for me is my motivation. And obviously I keep that in the forefront of my mind. I know exactly the weight I need to be. I've set it as my Slimming World target. Ideally, I'll hit that weight 6 months beforehand so that I've got plenty of time. So I have got that fixed now in my head. And if I've got a massive amount of weight I need to lose. But that's my motivation. And so for me, when people at group are saying, oh, well, I've fallen off plan, this time round it's like, no, I don't intend falling off plan. No. And we will plan in off-plan meals occasionally, maybe on our anniversary this year. We didn't last year, but maybe this year we will. Or
we just stuck to it, didn't we?
Yeah, maybe I'm 50 in next year, so maybe for my 50th, again, your 50th was on plan, wasn't it?
On plan.
So maybe my 50th, we might have a little sneaky meal out, the pair of us, but it will be minimal sins and minimal everything else, because I know I am just on it now. Added to that, my blood sugars, I was at severe risk of I've had a bone infection in my toe. I was at severe risk of losing that toe. Yeah. That now is healed up. My eyesight in both eyes, there are some diabetic issues going on, and they need to do some serious monitoring and making sure that is all okay. So all of that is, quite worrying. So that is another motivation. With my diabetic meds being sorted out, I never want to be in a position where...
Well, hopefully...
we just say, we saw people at the diabetic clinic, and some of them were in a boot, weren't they? Oh. Like orthopedic boots.
They look like 1980s, like...
ski boots.
Moon boots.
Yeah, or moon boots. Because those people had either lost a toe or had severe diabetic damage.
We got there and I didn't even know why they were wearing the boots. I didn't realise that that's what that was for.
And I was so scared, and that is not what I want. So when we say I stick to plan, I stick to plan. I won't allow myself any other sugar. I'm not quite obsessed, but pretty much single focus.
That's one of the reasons why you see us have big bowls of watermelon and stuff like that, because obviously it's very, very low sugar.
It's much lower. It's a speed food.
Now,
it's on the
even
glycemic
though
index.
For a while you'd been eating bananas, small
every
ones,
other day,
every day or so. So now you've not had as many bananas.
Every other day, if that, every 3 days. Yeah. So for me, that is my focus, and it is. I've got to maintain my blood sugar. I don't want to lose my eyesight. I don't want to lose a toe or a foot.
Well, so hopefully the diabetes, you can reverse some of the damage things that have been done.
Well, long term, if I can keep my sugars where they are now, and I've got an app on my phone that monitors it, if I keep them where they are now for about another year, I will be considered ex-diabetic. I won't be considered diabetic at that point.
Haven't they stopped your diabetic meds now? Some of them.
No, I'm still on them. Yeah. They've stopped one. Yeah. Which stops today. Yeah. And I've got another, like the new one. Yeah. I'm on all the time now, but the one that was ripping my pancreas to pieces, that one they've stopped. So my blood sugars as a whole, which were in the 15s, 20s,
really high, weren't they?
in the last 90 days, my 90-day average is 7.6.
Absolutely bonkers, isn't it now?
The normal range for for diabetic type 2 diabetics is between 5 and 7. My current average for the last 30 days is 6.6.
I said you see the nurse today as well, and she was saying
they're made up with me because
yeah.
again, that motivation for me isn't just about, oh, you know, you need to monitor this, that and the other. I've had the coldest, hardest shock of my life that I might lose my eyesight and I might have lost a toe or more of my foot. I'm not doing that. That's not what I want. And yes, I've got fibro and I struggle, and yes, I'm still massively overweight and I struggle with everything, but we've tried to do a bit more walking, haven't we? Where we can. We've tried to do little bits of extra this, that and the other where we can, which is really tough because neither of us physically are 100%, but that motivation is locked in place, and I think that's really, really, for us, that's really important, isn't it? But of course, I'm not saying that to lose weight successfully you have to have a health scare. It could be that you've got a wedding to go to, or I saw somebody say, I'll go into the comments in a second, Kimberly said that you've got a holiday to the Caribbean in July. Sounds amazing.
Have I? I never knew I was going.
Not you. Oh yeah, actually, Kimberly, take him with you. 3 weeks, that'll do, no, 2 weeks, that'll do nicely for me. I'll have a lovely break at home. I know, right? I'll stay here with the doggos and you can go to the Caribbean in all that heat. You'll sweat bucket, you'll come back the colour of beetroot.
What are you saying?
I'm saying you burn really easily. He was in the garden today. He was trimming a bit of the hedge, like trim a bit, throw it on the ground, trim a bit, throw it on the ground, and he was so red already. And if you look on camera, you look a little bit pink. So then, let's look at your motivation. So just find whatever that reason is, right? It could be that you just simply want to live till you're 70, or you want to. My grandmother, right? Here, are you ready for a story? My great grandmother died at 82. Her mother died at, I think it was 81. All of the family never got into their mid 80s. My grandma wanted to live past her mum's age at 82. She wanted to live past that, and my grandma went until she was 84. So she hit that mid 80s bit, and then she was happy. Her motivation was just she wanted to get past that 82 mark and get into the mid, which was 83 to 86, 83, 84, 84, 85, 86. That mid 80s. That was her motivation in life. So whatever your motivation is, it might be that you want to live really well into your 80s. In that case, we need to do something about it now, don't we, really?
Well, I'm only 40, so...
Just because we watched a programme that said ginger people look younger and another programme that says...
If you've got some moles, that you tend to look like at least 7 years younger than you actually are.
If you've got more than 100 moles all over your body...
Well, I don't have 100, but,
All over your body you do.
Freckles, they're not moles.
Freckles and moles all over your body. The average person then looks 7 years younger than a person without the moles and freckles. Apparently that's true. We saw it on a programme, didn't we? So it must be true. It's been on the telly. Anyway. So, him saying he's 40, you wish you were 40. That means you'd be my toy boy.
And
I'd be a cougar. Does that make me a cougar? I don't know. But anyway, let's look at some of your motivations. Listen, that motivation could just be you want to be in the next stone bracket. Yeah. It doesn't have to be massive. But if you care more about that than you do that bar of chocolate or bag of crisps or that takeaway pizza or whatever it is, if you care more for that motivation than that takeaway in the moment, then you'll do it. You can always have that moment where you have that one takeaway. You go, in that moment in time, do you know what? I needed a takeaway.
I said at some point, like I say, in the near future, we might have a 1 meal off plan and actually just go out and have a restaurant meal somewhere. But one meal out isn't going to damage all your weight loss.
Yeah.
One meal is if you have the meal, the naughty pudding and ice cream and all the things, you'd be surprised how many.
The thing is though, whenever we've gone out for a meal, when they say, "Do you want to come round for a pudding?" we're always like, "No, I'm full up."
I'm not being funny. On my birthday, when was it? I don't know, a year ago, or must have been a year ago or so. We went out and we went to Harvester, and I had mixed grill, but I had the extra large mixed grill because I could. I had that with the chips. I had that. I had a pudding, I think, and we shared a starter. And you know that Lisa worked out how many calories it would have been, and do you know what? It would have been 4,000 something calories that I ate within like 2 hours at Harvester. I'm not even joking.
No.
Not even joking at all.
But it was
I enjoyed it.
It
It was
meal,
lovely, but like I say, it was a lot of food, and I still took, I think, a few bits home for the dogs, but it was still, like I say, it was going to be a lot of calories. And I don't know how many obviously we don't really count the calories apart from our sins on Slimming World, but with, like I say, the big bowl of watermelon, obviously we're on, less than our body needs.
Yeah.
We're having a lot less calories
3.5
than our
pounds
body
and 4.5
actually needs.
pounds.
But
Amazing.
I'm really happy, like I say, just to have a giant bowl of watermelon. Sometimes we have the honeydew, or occasional we have berries and bits, but I'm really happy with what we eat now.
So Nanette says that you're lucky you don't have high sugar, you're not diabetic, but until you started moving more and drinking more, the doctor kept telling you your cholesterol was elevated. That's something to again, long-term plans, if you can get your cholesterol into the normal ranges and things like that, that's good.
When my weight went up, my cholesterol
thank you, Julie.
My cholesterol wasn't at the level it was when I was last at Slimming World. It was slightly higher.
Yeah.
So they said when I go back and have my blood... No, I've just had my bloods done the other week. Mm-hmm. So I've now got to wait for the results from that. But hopefully my levels have come down. But I think my blood pressure was slightly high, but I think it's because I've been a little bit poorly.
So Julie says, considering what you've gone through, Lisa, you've really given me a kick up the arse and to get my head out the sand and get on with your journey. Yeah. Only you can do it, my darling. Only you can do it. But again, Julie, you're going through a lot. Give yourself a bit of self-love. And if that self-love comes in the form of a takeaway box, 1 is okay. 2 might be okay. Yeah. If it becomes every night, that's when you need to worry. It's what we're saying here. A duvet day is okay. A duvet weekend at a push. But a duvet month,
no.
You need to look and get some help for that. Your initial motivation was to reduce your high blood pressure. Yeah. But now it's to be present for your baby grandson. Wow. Oh, wow. That's a lovely motivation. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, I know, right? We obviously, I don't want kids and you don't want kids, so we're lucky with that. But our neighbour upstairs had a kid, I don't know how long ago. Within the last year, possibly within the last 6 months. Yeah. And she came downstairs the other day and I was like, oh, the baby's so cute.
Do you know how we knew? One day, Lisa, we saw our neighbour outside and Lisa went, she looks a little bit rounder than usual. I was like, does she? And then basically we got home one day, we had to pop out, whether it be doctors or wherever we was. Got home and there was someone at our door.
I can believe we'll see you next time.
There was someone waiting at our door, and we said, "Oh,
hello."
Who was she? And basically, she was what they call
midwife.
The midwife, and she was like, "Has someone here just had a baby?" I went, "Don't think so."
I was like, "No,
don't think so."
No. But yeah, it was our upstairs neighbour.
Yeah, upstairs. So obviously she'd not long had a baby. So, but yeah.
But anyway, think about what your motivation means for you. As Julie said, it could be to be around to watch your grandson play for football for Man United. Yeah. Don't know. Could happen. Or to be the best makeup artist and drag queen on RuPaul. Don't know. Could happen. Or as other people have said, because of your own health issues and your own worries with this, that, and the other.
So that's one thing that weight can do as well. Obviously, is give you a lot of health issues. So
It can do. It can do. But whatever your motivation is, even if you just want to lose half a stone and look amazing in
that's it. Yeah.
New frock, new t-shirt, those shorts in the summer, that what's it called?
Something that doesn't
Bikini,
fit too well. Or,
whatever it is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You
don't
might have an old suit you want to get back into.
You don't want to buy another whole wardrobe because you put a little bit of weight back on. So, it's getting back into your clothes.
Does that mean I've got to eat some more food?
No!
Because I bought these jeans recently in a charity shop. They were a charity shop find. And we went out today to the doctors and things, and they were falling down. I need a belt or something. So already,
or a sewing machine and take them in.
Oh yeah, all that. Yeah, you can buy me a sewing machine. But anyway, on that bombshell, don't forget, I will put the poll up for the choosy. We'll take photos of the photos, and the recipe I will post so you can see what the two recipes are going head to head. You get to vote not just here on the live, but also on the poll that's going to be here on YouTube. And I will also, I think you can do polls on Instagram and Facebook. If not, they'll be in the comment section.
But also, let us know if you like the idea of these videos of picking what we end up cooking. And obviously, it gives us we've not, like the recipe that I picked, I've not cooked it before. We've not tried it. I've not seen it because I've not looked at all of the books we've got that well. We pick out some of the recipes, but most of them were out of the curry books and that type of one. But yeah, like I say, it gives us opportunity to try different things as well, which is a good thing. You don't get bored eating the same stuff all the time.
And just to answer what Kimberly said about the reason why we're not doing it where we cook both, because it's a competition. We don't know yet what we're going to do, what the winner's going to get, do we? But there might be something that the winner gets. We don't know yet. The winner is going to get some sort of prize.
Oh.
But, go on, but...
No, I'm just interested to try some new things. Like I said, if you think you like the idea of choosing what we have for our dinner, then like I say, if you like them, we'll do lots more of these videos.
And just to recap, what was your choice? Some old crappy old thing that people have had before, dust off the floor or something?
No!
Yeah. If you want some crappy old, everybody's always had pasta in it, boring, a bit of spaghetti in a tin or something.
It's got cauliflower in there and gammon.
No, if you want to choose either collie mac and cheese with gammon, then it's for the lovely Rufus. And if you want to pick the herb and yogurt, the amazing, delicious, sizzling, whatever, herb and yogurt summer chicken curry, then you need to vote for the lovely Lisa. So lovely Rufus or lovely Lisa, we will put those up on a poll, and you choosy. So then, that's it from us.
It is.
I've enjoyed tonight.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on the live stream. Don't forget to do the YouTubey things, the thumbs up, the subscribe button, ding your bell. And we'll be playing Choosy next week. And remember, this is the only channel where we celebrate the biggest losers. Because what happens here? The losers get the clap. That's right. The losers get the clap. So then, with all that being said, we'll see you next week, Wednesday evening, 6:30. Yeah. Live at 6:30 with the weight loss tips and tricks. We'll see you next week. And as we always say, stay you, stay true, stay authentic, stay whatever. What did I just say? I've lost what I was saying. Stay you, stay true, stay authentic, and
Happy slimming.
choosy me.